dying times here. Let the Dangertainment begin.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of what I think we're calling the Dangertainment podcast, until somebody points out that somebody else has taken that name, or that Busta Rhymes is going to sue us for calling it that. And we will...
He's busy watching Wong Chung-Lee movies.
Hey, you know, that is classic right there. But yeah, so this is our awkward attempt at a podcast. I am Phil, the host of Now Playing. What the hell? Outside the Box Reviews. Wow, that is awful. But yes, Outside the Box Reviews, the action figure review show that you probably have already seen because I'm doing it on that channel. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Colin, the almost host of What Does the Pop Say? But oh wait, that never happened. So I'm gonna.
Come on.
So you probably heard me on his Toy Fair reviews of concept.
Didn't that bring those up? Yeah, that was a highlight.
You put a few up, I thought.
Yeah. But you
heard I was annoying, so let's see how many people I can annoy with this one.
But yeah, talk about your gaming channel. That's like what you actually do on YouTube, right?
I was going to do that at the end. But no, me and my friends have a gaming channel. It's Broken Glory Gaming. We just mess around every Sunday. We game. We do Grand Theft Auto. We do Elder Scrolls. We just mess around with a lot of games. We all have fun. We grew up together. Well, 3 of us grew up together, and we just game and have fun. Check us out. It's Broken Glory Gaming on YouTube. Just look us up.
All right, and yeah. So I guess disclaimer up front here. This is probably going to be a completely uncensored, well, definitely uncensored video, but I'm not going to really attempt to censor myself in word choices here. So if that's going to offend you,
fuck off.
Yeah, thank you. That's probably a good response. But yeah, so I guess to start off, today got like a freaking insane box in the mail. Ironically, Colin is sitting outside in like the other room of my apartment, and it's literally right behind him. But a giant box. Thanks again, Desmond. That freaking crazy dude. But some serious action figure haulage, plus other packages that I've been ordered off eBay. I got some. Well, from him, I got some Predator stuff, Alien stuff, Castlevania. I can't even think of so much stuff. Guyver stuff, Legacy of Kain figures.
Predator.
I think I said Predator.
Oh.
I don't know.
You went garble for a few seconds, so I wasn't sure.
A lot of stuff. And then I got myself the Soda Land of the Dead figures I was missing, the Big Daddy and the Butcher figures, which kind of cool. I got a new Alien t-shirt, which is awesome as well. But yeah, so what's up?
Where's Big Daddy?
He's on the table behind you at the bottom of that giant stack of action figures.
Yeah, I'll look in a minute. By the way, if he's not going to show you sometime in this video, I'm sure he'll show you in a vlog soon enough.
I filmed it for one of my vlogs, except I was filming it on my phone, and I've run out of actual like memory on my phone. So I've got to unload all the stuff before I actually finish the full video I was trying to shoot, which is kind of sad.
Smooth.
Yeah, so we're recording this just after the 4th of July weekend, and basically, at least for me, collecting-wise, was a very, very busy weekend. I kind of recently discovered a couple new local collectible shops, and yeah, it was kind of cool to go and hit some of those.
The first one was, what was it, Awesome Toys?
Yeah, Awesome Toys Jax.
It's a Store ran by, I think he's by himself. When we went, it was just him and I think his daughter was his daughter.
Yeah.
And we walked in. I'm expecting, because the store looked like a thrift store at first. Like from the outside, it did not look appealing. We walked in and we both went, "Oh my God!" It's half mint and card and half garage sale.
It's fun.
It was. You could tell, like the main card was for the adults, and the garage sale part was for the kids who just don't care.
Yeah, it looks like he does like eBay sales actually having the store. And I think if I was more into like wrestling figures or still collecting a lot of superhero figures, it would have been even worse because he had a lot of like vintage mid '90s like X-Men figures and I think a little more recent DC stuff. The DC stuff is probably oh man, the fact that I could even guess probably 2010 on or something like that, maybe a little before that.
Yeah.
But they had some crazy stuff, and it was just a rented out space in a strip mall, just jam packed. It was like an episode of Hoarders with just action figures.
As a thing I found for dirt cheap. I mean, Maniac Cop 3, and I don't know if anybody else has the like 4-disc collection of the Amityville horror movies, but it was the Amityville Confidentiality DVD, and I always wanted that, and I found it for $2. Heck yeah! Don't care if it's fake or not. Yes, but there are 2 figures I found, and let me know. I mean, you guys know more about this than I do. Helsing figures. I never knew they made them. I found, what was it, Victoria, I think their name is? Oh, shit. And then, Alexander. I found him, and they were like, Alexander was 30, and Victoria was 70. And part of me didn't want to do it, but I told myself if I would have found Alucard right there, I would have bought all 3, and I would have been broke for like half a month. But I never knew they made those, so I might go back and pick them up just to be like, hey, I want these. Hopefully they're still there when I go. But if anybody knows about these or who else makes them, let me know. I mean, write down in the comments below about that, please.
Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll make pop vinyls of it.
Oh, God. No. They will make a Mark Hamill diver before they do Hellsing.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that. But I guess speaking of movies, we can talk about another local place. And I mean, it is local to us here in Jacksonville, but like, just kind of this stuff exists all over the place. I never knew some of this stuff was here until this last couple of weeks. So, I mean, other people, I'm sure you have, similar things or whatever in your area. I mean, if you're lucky, I guess. Maybe you have better stuff in your area if you're really lucky. But the flea market here, local flea market, I mean, there's a lot of crap. And there's a lot of bootleg stuff, DVDs, and everything else. I'm sure probably bootleg. I'm sure they probably have a bootleg bed there you could buy. But but there's some shops in there, some guys selling some older vintage toys. There's one place I picked up a few of the Ken or Alien figures. But there's one guy that we kind of run into at a lot of local events, a lot of the Horror Con that goes down in Orlando. There's a local toy show that comes through a couple times a year. This guy Ray has a table he sets up at the flea market every weekend and sells dirt cheap cult horror DVDs. And I've referred to him in mostly on Instagram, I think, as my. Some people have a drug dealer. I have a horror movie dealer, and it's kind of bad.
Yeah. Yeah, when we first met him, I'm not gonna lie. If he's watching this, he knows how I feel about him. I actually was just like, oh look, it's this guy. He sells movies. Oh. It's like when you first go you see somebody from a convention, you're like, oh, it's him. And I think about our third trip, I just kind of just gave in and like, you know what, this is awesome. He knows what we like. I mean, granted, when we first started going to him, he wouldn't recognize us, so it was kind of funny. But it was when we went to Spooky this last May. We walked up, and he walked up first, and it took him a minute to realize who you were. And then I joined you, and he was like, "Wait a minute, you're the guys from my flea market." It's like, "Yep, we're your customers. We need our fix." And he's loaded. I mean, I like horror movies, and I like just buying just random shit. But also, I try and find the good stuff.
Yeah,
Like he
all
just,
right.
you garbled, I couldn't, and you froze.
Oh, I said you got the ship part right.
But like I found like an old movie from when I was a kid in the movie store, Uncle Sam, and it's a great movie to watch. It, Isaac Hayes saving the day. God, it's for another podcast. I mean, he's given me some. I found some just wacky movies there that are good and bad. The ones I think I can really name was Near Dark he gave me. Oh, what else did I pick up at? Shit, I forget all the movies I bought from him in the past 2 weeks. Fuck.
2 weeks, damn. My recent score from him was, not really recent, but I got Blood Feast 2, which is a movie that is so bad, and intentionally so, but it is wonderful if you like just crappy horror movies. You don't need to see Blood Feast 1. You can just go and watch Blood Feast 2 and enjoy characters like Lacy Panties and Bambi Deer.
What?
That's the characters' names. All the girls in the movie just have really dumb names like that.
Never seen it.
You need to watch it, dude. It is, it's a movie.
He has another copy. I can just pick it up.
You should.
But he also hooked us up with really a rare out of print. I mean, I'll consider rare and out of print when he pulls out Fright Night 2, which I won't be surprised if he has it somewhere in that storage unit. But we both found a copy of The Howling 2. We'll just let that go on.
Of course, yeah. He was like, "Oh yeah, Howling 2," and I mean, granted, it was hard to get-ish when we picked it up, and then like 2 weeks later, it's like, "Oh, it's coming out on Scream Factory."
Oh yeah, it is.
It's like I watched director's commentary as that song plays over and over, and the werewolf chick rips her top off. That is an amazing. No, it's a horrible movie, but it has the best end credit sequence of any bad horror movie I've ever seen. It might actually be that, with just somebody screaming the whole time.
Oh God. But he's hooked us up with so much good stuff. I mean, the last time we went, he said he owned the entire Alfred Hitchcock Presents. And I didn't get how much he would sell it for, but I'm debating. I think I'm going to wait a few months so I can save up money because I'm going to be going to a convention in a few months, let alone also a trip up north. But I might do that. Plus, he made you a pretty good fucking deal.
I didn't take him up on it. He had the entire Twilight Zone DVD set. And it was like really, I think it was like $100 for the whole set. And I saw a picture of it, and like honestly, the price isn't really a bad. It's a great price for it, but it's just so many DVDs. My DVD shelves out in my living room, they would take up an entire row of that shelf.
I'm doing my best here.
There you go. Yeah. Let you shut up. You gotta talk to me. It's with you.
Yeah, here you go. See that. Hopefully it's going to that.
Yep. All right. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I would take probably an entire row of that. I just don't know if I have the real estate. I might as well spend more and get it on Blu-ray when it's more compact.
Has it been announced on Blu-ray yet?
I don't know. Everything's on Blu-ray. Star Wars Christmas Special's on Blu-ray if you look hard enough.
Yeah, keyword look hard enough, which we have to soon.
But yeah. So anyway, and then another place we found recently is what's it called? Mythical Mountain or something like that. Another place I never did until very recently, and holy crap! I wish I would have filmed at this place. Like you walk in the door and it is just tons and tons of collectibles. It made me kick myself really hard because he had a whole wall of horror figures, and I've been kind of going back lately and just picking up slowly some of the stuff I've missed over the years. A lot of the older Mezco stuff, some of the older NECA stuff, other companies. But I recently got the Texas Chainsaw 2 Leatherface, which was a holy grail figure of mine. I think I posted it online. It was a piece I was very excited to finally get my hands on. And granted, I had to pay for it. I had to, spend money to get it. But I found it what I consider was a decent price. And walk into this shop and one's swinging from the pegs. I'm just like, really? And then the same day I had another Texas Chainsaw figure. I had the beginning figure from NECA coming in the mail that day. And there's one swinging from the pegs, and the box set. That was like $100. I wasn't gonna pay that for it, but the box set that comes with like the victim on the table and everything. And yeah, it just blew me away that there was a store local that just had this stuff, and I've been sitting there buying it off eBay, and I could have just gone and picked it up in person and not paid shipping and just had it then.
And then when we walked in, I was like, it's a small store. I mean, the main floor is probably as big as his apartment where I'm sitting in right now, which you've seen in numerous videos probably. And I found, I'm assuming huge NECA collectors, huge McFarlane collectors would know, they had the Fish Tank Jason, or Freddy vs. Jason pack. And just the display alone looked pretty to me. I mean, granted, it took 3 times to tell me it's not a real fish tank, but still, it looked pretty. But I don't know if it's $70 worth of pretty. Let me know if that's worth it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because you got to take it out of the box, right?
I'll take it out of the shrink wrap.
But no, you can't leave the action figures sitting in the what? You can't leave action figures in the package.
Yes, I can. You can't. I can.
Some poor kid in China painted the back of that action figure, and nobody's ever going to appreciate it.
Hey.
But yeah, so the point really isn't just to talk specifically about the places here. It's kind of, it's just, you're collecting pretty much anything, action figures, movies, whatever. Definitely pays to hit some of these weirder places, or to kind of just keep your eye out for things that, I mean, like I said, these places, a couple of these toy stores in the area, I never knew existed. I had no freaking clue, and I'm looking for that stuff all the time. So definitely pays to keep an eye out and check things out like that.
There was one store we did find that we heard from conventions, like we saw it in ads for every convention we go to. I'm not sure about Spooky. We heard about it from Shop Top, I think. Rama? Retrorama?
Yeah, Retrorama, they advertise.
There's this little toy store, and we're both thinking, all right, the way they talk about it, this has got to be a big store. This store was as big as my room. I mean, his room where he's filming right now, that's how big the store was, and even with us two in it and him behind the counter, it felt crowded.
Yeah, it was probably cool if you wanted some SARS-infected co-hosts, but No, they had like some vintage stuff in there, but whatever. I mean, it wasn't great. There used to be another big toy shop around here, Roy's Collectibles, I think it was, and that it got shut down. I think mostly because the employees were lazy as hell, from what I ever saw in there. But it was a gigantic place, and they had everything from Ninja Turtles to wrestling to McFarlane and NECA stuff. He-Man, like everything had its own little department within the giant warehouse they were in. And kind of missed that place. That was a cool place.
Is that the place you went to and you walked in and they didn't even recognize, like, notice you were in there?
Yeah, they would open up when they felt like it, because I'd go at the same time multiple days in a row or multiple weeks in a row. And it's like, you get there at 11 o'clock on Monday. 1 week you go right in, it's open. It looks like it's been open for a little while. Other days, you get there on same Monday again, and 11 o'clock, nope. Came back later, 2 o'clock, still not open. No sign, no nothing. And then they'd have just bins of action figure stuff. And I'd be like, well, how much is this? Oh, we don't know. We haven't priced that yet. But they're sitting there playing video games. So it's like, could you maybe price it? I mean, I'm willing to give you money for this.
What's not for sale?
What's that?
Well, that's not for sale. We're not going to price check it, so we don't want to sell it.
Yeah, pretty much. But going from buying crap to buying more crap, Comic-Con's right around the corner. So, of course, we're looking at exclusives.
So, okay, this is one of the reasons why I'm happy we're doing this, because you have a lot more people that can help you than I do. I'm friends with a lot of Funko people on Facebook, but they're more of, hey, I'll help you if you give me, $600. But I'm more of a Funko guy. I do like a little bit of NECA. I like everything. Trust me, if you see my room, which eventually you will, you see a bunch of stuff. But I'm getting out of Funko, but they released 2 items this year that are must-have. That's the Unmasked Jason and the Jaws eating Quint retroaction or reaction figure. If anybody, and I do mean anybody, knows if a store is getting this, or if I'm just going to be taking off of work to sit in front of the Gemini website screen and hit refresh, please someone let me know. Those are I must get this year. Do not care about anything else except for those 2 figures. So please write in the comments below, or just yell at this guy, he'll yell at me. One of the 2.
I'm telling you shit.
What? That was garbled.
I'm gonna just buy the figures and sell them to you at a ridiculous markup.
So you're like everybody else that's online.
Yeah, I mean, how much was that Ned Stark figure?
Oh God. Depends upon who you ask.
$700, something like that.
That's small. I've seen $3,000.
Good to know.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll pay. I'm the idiot. Trust me. He knows how much I spend on some shit. I would go, hey, 100, 150 for that thing. But I know a limit. I'm not an idiot.
So you're not losing your head over that one?
No, Herschel might, but not me.
Spoilers.
That's a pop. Shut up.
When it makes it to an action figure, it's probably not a spoiler anymore, right?
No.
It's actually, recently I started watching Arrow, and I was looking at the action figures, like, before I actually started watching the show. I saw the one Oliver Queen figure comes with this, like, stick coming out of the ground with what I knew from other stuff to be Deathstroke's mask with an arrow through the eye. I'm like, holy crap, that's like major spoiler that they're putting out in an action figure. Turns out it's like one of the first scenes of the first episode. They show you that mask. I'm like, oh, I guess that's not much of a spoiler.
Well, the Herschel pop was a huge spoiler because that was like the year that season ended, and a lot of people don't catch up with the show. If not, they didn't know about that death. I mean, you didn't know about it until that pop hit.
I did not know.
And then I showed you the pop, and you were like, I didn't know that happened. And I was like, whoops. Spoiler.
Spoilers are so tricky because I do like, I mean, I really hate being spoiled on things. I prefer to just enjoy the ride that the filmmaker or whatever is trying to take me on for something. I don't, some people seem to enjoy spoilers. I've just never done anything that I've liked. I just would prefer not to know. But doing this channel has been funny because I review action figures from movies and I talk about the action figure as it relates to the movie. And when it's a newer thing, I usually try to be better about it. But somebody once got mad at me, I'm not picking on you if you're watching, but they got mad at me for spoiling the end of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, which was like 1992 or 1993. And the movie's been out long. I mean, I was in kindergarten when that movie came out.
Yeah, there's a time frame.
Yeah, I don't know what that time frame is exactly, but I think the early 90s are fair game. And it's a Godzilla movie. If you didn't know Godzilla was going to win, I can't help it.
Yeah. I mean, to go with the spoiler, I kind of do like spoilers in a way. Like, jumping ahead, we're going to talk about the Arkham Knight. I enjoy this game. I want to keep as little spoilers as possible. But I ask, is there a character reference? Is there one character? There are two characters I've loved in this entire series have been in the game throughout all three games. Well, no, actually, Scarecrow's not in 2, sadly, or City. But I always wanted to know if there was another. It was the other character I liked was in Arkham Knight, and if someone could say, "Hey, yes, he has a little cameo," I'm like, "Yay!" That's what I mean. If it's a small kind of spoiler like that, or if it's "Hey, is Stan Lee in the next Avengers?" Something like that spoilerish, I do. I mean, if it's like, "Hey, like what was it? Like the Avengers death. That was going to be the huge Marvel spoil debate. I mean, with that, I didn't care. I was like, you know what? It's Marvel. Who knows? I bet you they'll retcon it. Not naming any names, Mandarin.
But so we haven't gotten to the part in Arkham Knight yet where you go into the male strip club and Bane's there nude doing dollars in his G-string. That's the cameo you're talking about. I guess you haven't gotten there yet.
No, you mean where Super Shredder is strip dancing next to Gambit, right?
Is that a reference I should understand?
Okay, I don't care. People who will, like Magic Mike will get this. Kevin Nash is in Magic Mike. Kevin Nash played the Russian in the Punisher 2004 edition, and he played Super Shredder in Turtles 2.
If Vanilla Ice was in that movie, I might consider watching it.
Which one?
If he raps about the subject of the movie, I'd probably be down for whatever he was in. Then I say that I'm definitely not watching Cool as Ice. But if he did like
I want to find that movie.
Watch it.
Anyway.
That didn't go off topic at all.
No.
The Comic-Con exclusives, going back to that. So the rest of my week is pretty much torture because NECA is doing moving their laptop cameras. But no, NECA is putting some, their exclusives are going to be up online during Comic-Con, but they're also putting some in some Toys R Us's and some Hastings stores. At Toys R Us, there's 2 in the area. They're not too hard to hit, so I'll probably be hitting them supposedly starting Thursday, going through the weekend. So I'll probably be very busy those days. But Hastings is a gray area. I've tried to ask for some clarification here and haven't gotten much info. But we don't have a Hastings store around here, but we do have a movie stop, which is owned by Hastings. So I don't know if they're going to be getting these exclusives at the movie stops, because now they're like half collectibles, half movies. But I guess I'm going to be checking because I'm not going to miss out on that. Definitely want to get my hands on those exclusives, specifically the Predator, obviously. I mean, look right behind me. They've become, they're less Predator and more Pokemon now. I've got to catch them all. And then there's, let's see, definitely got to get the Pamela Voorhees and Young Jason 2-pack. As much as I'm not a big fan of those retro figures, it's Jason. I got to have it, especially because I met first Jason earlier this year and talked to him about why there is no Young Jason action figure. I realized today, like, he probably freaking knew it back then, too, because that was in February. So he probably already signed the rights, so he knew it was coming out. And then, what else am I getting? Oh, the Pacific Rim pack. That's like a prop replica / action figure set, which is fantastic. And,
Don't forget the Rambo figure. We all know you're going to get the Rambo figure.
I have no desire to own that Rambo figure, but I kind of want the glow-in-the-dark endoskeleton.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, it's like a Kenner tribute, and the packaging is spectacular. I mean, I love their Kenner tribute packaging until I throw it in the trash.
So is the Rambo the video game exclusive one?
The video game exclusive one you can get in normal retail now. That one, I think, FYE, I've seen it at. He's easy enough to get. This one is based on the, I forget who made the action figure, but it was like an early 90s, mid 80s, something like that action figure of Rambo, this vintage Rambo figure. And it's pretty cool. I mean, the old figure is pretty cool for what it is. Like, it has like a RPG, and it's like a spring, or not spring, but like a string and spring loaded weapon. So you like pull back the string and fire it, but it only goes so far, so it doesn't end up like every missile I ever owned and rolls under a bed or something, and I've never seen it again.
So NECA's not doing a video game Comic-Con exclusive?
Not that I remember. I don't think they are now.
Was Freddy exclusive?
Jason, I think, was the only exclusive video game figure.
Yep, I got him. He was easier than I thought.
He's the one NECA Jason I don't own.
And he's the one I do own because I love the Jason from the video game.
You're dead. Your friends are dead. Mom's dead. Dog's dead. We all fucking hate you.
Go kill yourself. Game over.
God. Spectacular video game. They should remake it in HD, 3D. That actually kind of like, that's a game to remake on the Oculus. Imagine that in like virtual realities.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Voorhees' head.
Yeah.
The estate of Betsy Palmer lets you do it.
Well, are we getting a Friday the 13th game at the end of this year or next year? I know King Hardy's part of it.
I didn't know they were doing a real game. Normally any Friday the 13th news I kind of ignore because it all goes out and then it's like, oh wait, no, it's not actually happening.
Well, it's video game related, so I'm definitely paying attention more than movie news.
That actually kills me. I was at GameStop the other day and I was looking, they had the pre-order out for the Godzilla game. And I'm like, oh, is there any exclusive like pre-ordering it? Because if I can get like Rodan in there, like a special version of that or something, I'd be happy.
The play is 98 Zilla.
Oh my! I probably still would pre-order just to have that, just for the sake of having it. But yeah, the dude was just like, well, no, there's no exclusive. But if you want it, you should probably pre-order it because nobody wants this game. So we're probably only going to get pre-orders in.
Poor you.
Hey, I have Godzilla Save the Earth for the PS2, and that game was like very popular in my dorm in college.
Hey, Destroy All Monsters Melee. I loved it. The only thing I hated about it, no Space Godzilla.
It always comes back to Space Godzilla with you. I just don't.
I was a kid when the game came out.
I was some age when the game came out. Less than 28 when the game came out. I don't remember when it came out.
It was like early thousands.
Oh boy. But yeah, so I don't think there's anything else Comic-Con exclusive wise that I'm really interested in. I haven't seen anything from any other company that made me really excited.
Nothing that's not toy related. I mean, movies. I could think like if they release a Deadpool poster, fine.
Only if it's the fireside pose. Draw me like one of your French.
Draw me like one of your French girls, Stan.
Oh my god. That movie, I hope that it lives up to what they're pushing with it because it looks like it has potential, but it could also just be X-Men Origins Wolverine.
No, it can't be that bad.
Yeah, I'd like to think that, but
I hope it lives up to at least the April Fool's joke. 'Cause that was hysterical.
let's see. Ant-Man, is that next?
Yeah, Ant-Man's next, then Fantastic Four, and then it's Deadpool.
Wow. Well, I guess let's rewind instead of talking about what's coming. Let's talk about what was already come out.
Well, Poltergeist. Oh, wait.
Let's talk about the blockbuster movies that actually came out.
I saw a Poltergeist remake, and I'm going to talk about that for one quick second because that was I wanted to see because it actually looked decent. Because it's a good story, and like for updating, hey, they come from the TV. We live in a world where people replace their walls with TVs. It looked promising from the trailers. Yeah. The only thing I walked out of that movie going, they ruined the tree scene. The clown was the only thing they were selling that movie with. The daughter actually looked like Heather O'Rourke if you would have dyed her hair blonde. Her and the Zelda Rubinstein replacement guy were the best part of that movie. That was it.
Pass over children. That was a horrible Zelda Rubinstein. Thank you. You're welcome.
This house is clean.
I always say that after I'm done vacuuming. One of my a video I was going to do years ago was actually all about how it drove me nuts that there is a jump cut in the original Poltergeist. It goes from the scene where they kind of discover the paranormal activity in the house where the kids are sitting on the spot on the floor and it slides them across the floor. That scene just abruptly ends and then it cuts to them at their neighbor's house. And it is such an odd cut. I actually returned my DVD of Poltergeist multiple times because I didn't remember that scene being in the movie. And I'm obviously I have a defective DVD. It's skipping in the middle. And then I found out that's just part of the movie. And it just seems so odd that it's just such an amateurish jump cut. Apparently, after doing some research, it's because they made a reference to Pizza Hut in a negative way and the studio because they didn't want to ruin a potential sponsor or something. I'm not really sure how that all went down. You think Spielberg had enough clout that he could probably trash Pizza Hut all he wanted, but apparently that was the issue.
Yeah.
I've not yet seen the remake.
It's not buying worthy. It is worth either red boxing or just wait for TV. It had more. I hoped for so much more.
Red Boxing, that could be a good title for the new Creed coming out. It's a boxing movie you get on Redbox. I'm sorry, if that movie doesn't have a cheesy musical montage, it is a disgrace to the Rocky franchise. But so we're in the start. I'm trying to think. I don't even want to talk about Fast and the Furious. That was just dumb.
That was good. It was not the greatest in the series, but I don't care what everybody says. I'm joining pretty much this whole fucking world. It was good, but the end was the perfect send-off for Paul Walker.
You know, in a way, if they ended the series there, that's one thing. But like knowing they've already like planned like 8 more movies, and like this franchise is nowhere to go anymore.
It is the perfect way to. I mean, granted, Hollywood's never going to end that series on a good note, but that would have been the perfect way to end it, because that whole cast, if you watch the movies, and if you watch even the press, that cast acts like a family. That's like the Harry Potter kids. They acted like a family while they made those movies.
Wait, who showed up naked on Broadway with a horse?
Shut up. But they acted like a family, and now they lost a brother, and I really think they should end it. But Hollywood is desperate of sucking money from every orifice of people. They're going to make another one. And 5 is still the best in the series, though.
Did I like any of them?
I don't know.
I can't really think of one I liked. Definitely the worst car movie I've seen this year.
Speaking of horrible car movies,
oh, fuck you. No. No. I'm sorry. Better than any damn thing that's come out this summer.
That one.
That movie is spectacular in the purest sense of the word, in the purest sense of being a spectacle.
Yes.
A badass film.
I've never seen any of the Mad Max films. I don't care what people say. Yeah, burn me at the stake, whatever. It was okay. I didn't walk out going, "Oh my God, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread." I mean, I'm glad I didn't see it in 3D. Well, no, correction. I wish I was saw it in 3D because all the gimmicks were hysterical. It was like Friday the 13th Part 3 gimmicky.
Oh, it was so good. The first time I saw it in 3D IMAX, and it was so worth like the $85 it cost to see it.
I mean, it looked good, but the way, it was too overhyped for me. Everyone kept saying, "Oh my God, this." I went into it, and it's, I don't know if this is spoiling anything, but it's a driving movie. There's a lot of traveling.
All right, Terminator 2 is my all-time favorite film, and the structure of Mad Max Fury Road is nearly identical to Terminator 2. It is the same idea of, we have an introduction to the characters, we have a big freaking chase, slows down a little when they reach a destination, and then they literally go kind of, a different direction, and it goes back up into a big climactic chase, a big climactic journey again. It is literally the same structure. Maybe I'm just a sucker for that movie structure, and just the fact that everything was filmed in a way, the whole center frame photography, just that, you could always see what was going on, even in these frantic action moments. I mean, Michael Bay needs to freaking, take a hint, maybe make 15 minutes of his next movie look like this, so I just know what the hell's going on.
Get his head out of Hasbro's ass.
It just, yeah.
I didn't hate Fury Road. I enjoyed it more as a visual. I didn't like the story. I mean,
There was no story. You can't complain about a movie with a story that doesn't have a story.
I know, like I said, but like some of the stuff I didn't care. Like the girls in it. Meh. Charlize Theron was awesome. Her mechanical arm was fucking awesome. That was a great effect. And then you got Mad Max in it, and it just, I don't know. I thought he'd be more talkative.
Max has never been talkative in any of those movies, though.
Never seen him.
Well, you should probably fix that. You should at least see The Road Warrior. If nothing else, watch the damn Road Warrior. There's a guy in a hockey match. You'll like it.
What about Thunderdome, bitch?
And that's what I started off this podcast with, was a line from Thunderdome. So, I mean,
Thought that sounded familiar.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying times here.
Wait, I actually thought that was. Wow, I really need to rewatch Fright Night because I actually thought that was Peter Vincent.
Maybe he could say it too, but I'm gonna.
It sounded like it a little bit through the speakers in my computer.
But I guess since I'm gonna just go on forever about Fury Road, we'll just let you spooge all over Jurassic World.
No, one more thing about Mad Max. I'm going to eventually see all the Mad Max movies, and I will give Fury Road another watch. I think I walked in with too high of hopes, thinking, oh my god, and I just like, and maybe also I was expecting, Avengers to be better, but
Avengers.
about that.
It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was a movie.
Good, bad. It was like a movie with too many characters.
Well, that too.
Bet we didn't see that coming.
I didn't see Hawkeye coming. This old Hawkeye,
Yeah.
Garden Hawkeye. Yeah, that's it. The Hawkeye and Garden channel. There we go. There's a joker somewhere.
This week on Home Improvement with Hawkeye.
Now, when you're building a cabinet, you're going to want to get your nail arrows. You want to go to 50 paces.
Oh, man.
We
Everyone was thinking
just talk about how impractical bow and arrow weapons are, and yet we're seeing them in like so many different pop culture series. Like I was watching Arrow the other day. I'm like, the amount of times he actually uses the bow and arrow for the main like ideal reason would be stealth, and neither Arrow or Hawkeye really ever use it for stealth purposes. Like I think one of the newest Tomb Raider games use a bow and arrow, and that actually is a stealth move. It's trying to keep people from detecting you so you can kill them all before they shoot you. But in the movies and stuff, for a lot of these things, it just cracks me up. It was like there's really no reason for them to not just have a gun.
it's just, bow and arrow.
I mean, I guess it's better than a peanut on an airplane.
Hey.
Top of the morning to you.
No,
Oh my god.
I mean, I think it's good. I will laugh if Ant-Man, let alone Fantastic Four, is better than Avengers. I will be amazed because right now, out of all the movies I've seen this year, Avengers is the worst.
If Fantastic Four is better than Howard the Duck, I'll be surprised.
I don't think there'll be duck tits.
Howard the Duck probably still wins in that factor. I'm sorry. Anytime I can see a duck with boobs, I'll see a duck with boobs, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care, but it's kind of foul.
Man marries duck.
Oh, God. Duck condoms. I'm never going to recover from that movie. That is traumatizing. All right, Jurassic World. Speaking of, I don't know, duck sex. I don't know.
Yeah, duck sex. Speaking of Marvel, hey, look, Chris Pratt.
Yeah. That was my biggest complaint with Jurassic World is like Chris Pratt played Chris Pratt without ever being wrong. Like, I kind of wish he would have just had a moment where he was wrong about something.
When you first said that, I was kind of like, eh. But after seeing it the second time, I kind of was paying attention to more details. And I was like, yeah, he's not wrong. But I still, it is, like, this is my Mad Max. This is my favorite movie I've seen this year. I've seen it twice. I can't wait to see it a third time. I love Jurassic World. Right now, for Jurassic Park movies, it is Jurassic World / Park. I'm sorry, those two are both neck and neck. Then it's Jurassic Park 3, and then Lost World. Which, I want to know, I just found out this year that apparently everyone hates Lost World Jurassic Park. What did I miss? I loved it.
And yet you rank it lowest on your list. You ranked 3 higher than 2. Apparently I hold it in higher esteem than you do.
But I love the whole series. I mean, I like 3 because I'm more of a, hey, I like who's in 3, and I love the Spinosaurus. I mean, if I want a story, I'll watch 2. If I want just nonstop, blah, I'll watch 3. But the whole series I love. There is none that I hate. I love them all. But I just never knew there was so much hate for 2. I mean, like, really? What did I miss?
I couldn't have called that one. I honestly liked 2. I honestly, until this latest one came out, I ranked them in numeric order. The first was the best, second was second best, third was horrible. But Jurassic World probably on par with Lost World for me, so the worlds go neck and neck with each other for me.
I mean, like we're trying to do this as much without spoiling. I mean, granted, it's what 4 or 5 weeks in a row. It's been #1. Suck it, Magic Mike.
Everybody's probably seen it, right?
So I really don't care. This is one I know we can probably spoil. I love the movie. Granted, I was sold the minute you see Chris Pratt riding a motorcycle with raptors. That is my favorite image. But the ending, as much as I love that movie, the ending kind of was a little bit of a letdown. Granted, we get the T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park, comes out and attacks. Then you get a T-Rex raptor fight with the I-Rex. And as the dinosaur buffing me, I'm thinking, all right, this is going to be a double duo takedown. Nope. Surprise! Big dinosaur mosasaur comes out, takes him into the water. Look,
You don't like Lake Placid?
did I-Rex look like a bear?
You don't like Deep Blue Sea?
The I-Rex was white.
What are you trying to say? It also didn't have any hair.
Oh, God.
Bingo spoilers. Sam Jackson gets eaten by a shark in Deep Blue Sea. You know who doesn't get eaten by a shark in Deep Blue Sea?
Hello, Cool J?
Why is LL Cool J immortal in movies, and why can't he be immortal in more movies? Because I would see random stuff just because I knew off the bat that LL Cool J was going to be killed in the movie and then come back to life at the end for no good reason.
I didn't even survive Deep Blue Sea. I knew he wasn't going to die in Halloween H2O.
The bullet just grazed me, even though it hit me square in the center of the head.
Yeah,
You know?
work on my touchdown.
Oh, jeez. You got anything else to say about Jurassic World before we go off at LL Cool J's career?
It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go out and see it. It's a phenomenal movie. Great special effects, great acting. Plus, you see the Kingpin try and use raptors.
I do not
And
remember
Star-Lord.
Mark Duncan or John Rhys Davies in that movie.
We're just
Can
gonna
you tell
let
if you're frozen or if you just don't want to talk to me after that statement?
anyway, speaking of weird careers, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's back.
Do.
Which I didn't really notice that theme prominent in Genesis. I know it was in there, but it wasn't in there as much as it has been in past movies. But I gotta say, I went to that movie with the absolute lowest of expectations. I thought it was going to be completely dismal and just bad. And I walked out actually thinking it was maybe the third best Terminator film, which isn't saying a whole lot, but it might be the third best Terminator film.
I was thinking once the Arnold versus Arnold fight ends, everything was dead. Everything was going to be horrible. I mean, come on. You got the kid who ruined the Die Hard series, which I just realized he's in the 5th Die Hard. He ruined it. He's in the 5th Terminator movie. Somehow it's good. Scared of him.
Maybe it's not the actor. Maybe it's the fact that Die Hard is dying really hard.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh, we can't say motherfucker anymore, can we? Because we gotta appeal to everybody.
Yeah, make a few laughs. Me. But no, I was I was trying to keep him up. Like, maybe it could be good. It could be good. It can't be as bad as 4. I've watched 3 and 4 the same amount of times. I can remember 3. The only thing I remember of 4 is the kid who plays Kyle Reese and Christian Bale's ramp. That's all I remember.
Which is not actually in the movie. The thing I remember is CGI Arnold and bringing back Guns N' Roses, which is probably...
I forget that.
Well, apparently I know more Guns N' Roses than most people. I was talking to somebody today. I was talking about, oh yeah, I'm reading Slash's biography. Who's Slash? I thought everybody knew who Slash was.
Yeah, he's the 5th brother of the Turtles?
I don't know what to say to that, goddammit. Oh, God. But yeah, Terminator Sega Genesis was actually really enjoyable.
Pet pending.
It was like, if you're going to have like a technology thing come out, like, it just seemed kind of weird that it was called Genesis. I know it's spelled differently, but like, I don't know. Either you like make it a reference to Sega, or like Phil Collins comes in for it.
We went last day to the Terminator. I didn't realize. I mean, as you guys can see, I have shades on because I lost my glasses. And we walked in. We go to a 3D showing, and 3D glasses are darker than I thought. So I'm wearing those on top of these. But pretty much during the Arnold fight, I just said fuck it, took them off, and you know, it wasn't that bad. Everything I cared about was in perfect view. I'll still go see it in 3D again. I'll still see it again for a second time. That was good. But watching this, I realized they picked a great actress to pull off Sarah Connor. She looked like a young Linda Hamilton in some shots. It's like, oh my god. Wow.
Definitely do Linda Hamilton. Yeah, she, Daenerys, a lot like Sarah Connor, mother of dragons and the mother of the savior of the future. She's got quite the resume in her vagina.
Oh god.
I guess she doesn't actually birth dragons in Game of Thrones, but still.
Yeah. There wasn't many disappointments with that movie. There was a few disappointments, more because, I mean, everyone knows this. J.K. Simmons is in the movie. Not really spoiling anything. It's been announced ever since he was in Whiplash. They've announced. I was hoping he was going to be like the young I don't know who the name of the character, but he's in like the first three movies. I was thinking he was gonna be him. Yeah, no.
I was really hoping he would ask the Terminator for more pictures of Spider-Man.
We don't know about that series anymore.
Hey, I'm gonna choose to remember Tobey Maguire way over Andrew Garfield the cat.
What about Tom Holland?
Fright Night?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see the director of Fright Night star in a Spider-Man movie. I was.
Oh wait, I want to ask, who else? The minute I read Tom Holland is casted as Spider-Man, who else went? Fright Night guy? I thought that. As a minute I thought that, I was like, oh my god. And I went, oh wait, it's another kid.
Apparently, Marvel Studios thinks playing Spider-Man is child's play.
Oh, you're so cool, Parker. I can't stand it. They all made that joke with Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Evil Goblin.
Let's not talk about that movie ever again.
I still have never seen it.
But one other thing with Terminator Genesis, like a weird thing to bring back to the series. I mean, they definitely pulled a lot from the original, but they obviously wanted to get as much 2 in there as possible just because that's the biggest one of the whole franchise. But they bring back the music from nowhere. In the Terminator 2, there's the scene he goes to the biker bar, he busts it up, gets his clothes, and for no good reason, Bad to the Bone is playing. In this one, events transpire. I won't spoil them, but like the theme from Cops starts playing out of nowhere for no good reason. I'm like, what a weird callback to Terminator 2, but it's kind of amazing in like the dumbest way possible.
Yes.
But yeah, that's, I guess, so that far that's the big blockbuster. We're talking about Ant-Man and
Fantastic Four.
Some dude coming out with Michael Jordan and Looney Tunes, I think.
As of now, I think the rankings for my movies of the year so far is Jurassic World, Terminator 5, Mad Max, and Poltergeist and Avengers are neck and neck. I'm sorry, Avengers 2 was not that great.
Let's see. Well, how would I rank? Mad Max definitely top of the list. And I gotta say, from there, to me, it's a pretty sharp decline. And I liked some of these other movies, but Mad Max is definitely a high bar for me. And that might be, I think that's a movie I'm going to go back to a lot over the years because I just had a great time seeing it. And I really, really enjoyed it. That's a movie that I would consider buying a 3D TV to watch that at home. And maybe not really go that far, but that would definitely push me in that direction. But I don't know. I mean, do we count things that weren't big blockbusters or even theatrical released? I mean, I think if I was going to pick a second favorite movie this year, it would probably be Everly.
We didn't say everything. I was just thinking with blockbuster movies that we've seen. I didn't know we were going with DVDs.
I just had to be. I'm just thinking of what I've seen so far this year. But we want to just count blockbuster big movies. By Terminator 5, Jurassic World, Avengers 2, Fast and the Furious is somewhere in the toilet. I feel like I'm missing something, but
I know.
Feels like I've seen more movies than this.
Quick, go to Now Playing. We can tell. We'll know what we've watched.
Yeah, it really does seem like the stuff I've enjoyed a lot has been the smaller, like indie horror movies or indie action movies. I brought up Everly. That was Joe Lynch's new movie. It was a lot of fun. It was ridiculous. It was like Die Hard on crack. And,
better than Nights of Badass.
For as old as she is, Salma Hayek still looks freaking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Digging Up the Marrow, another one.
That's a phenomenal one. I'm sorry that As much as I love Hatchet, I like this one. I think I like that more. I mean, I enjoy like Hatchet and Frozen are tied for my favorite of his. But
Qualify
I'm
that
sorry.
as which Frozen you're talking about.
Oh yeah, Frozen that has the three skiers on top of that. It's uh, stuck at a ski resort and they left there. Not the Disney hoity-toity let it go bullshit.
Just so people don't think you're comparing slasher horror movies with Disney. Just I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. But I have to say Frozen and Digging of the Marrow are pretty much my two favorite Adam Green movies. Digging of the Marrow was just I mean, we listened to the podcast, the movie Correct, in case anybody ever knows about that. It's where Adam Green and Joe Lynch talk movies, and they talk with directors, writers, anybody in the movie business that wants to talk. And they used to talk about the making of their movies, and he kept hyping about Digging of the Marrow, how it's based off of this stuff he found, and the only actor that's in it is Ray Wise, that's actually playing a different person that's not himself. I'm going, all right, hopefully this is good. We watched it one night, and I was like, oh my god, this is good. This is, I have to say, one of his best movies. Definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year.
When that movie came out, I watched it at home by myself, alone in the dark, and it seriously had me creeped out. Like, because I talked about early on in the movie that, like, just anywhere you can't see be a monster there, and just because you see it at this moment, there could be anything there. And it sounds stupid, but like watching the movie, it kind of got to me. I'm just like, I can't see what's in my kitchen right now. Anything could be in there. And then I watched it the next night, and it still creeped me out. So, like, if a horror movie can get to me now, I consider that a triumph, because very few can. I think the last one before this was The Orphanage.
That didn't even get me. This one, besides this one, because this one even got me, because, yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it since we watched it, but just I was thinking about it the other night, and I was just like, I wasn't feeling good, and I was just in my room, and it was just dark. And just that there's a one scene in there that's a jump scare, and that got to me, and I was just like, oh, God. Because, I mean, nothing scares me, but there's settings in movies where it's just like, just you hear the surroundings. When you're in a room and you're just trying to fall asleep, you hear everything. So all of a sudden, if you're hearing outdoors, if you hear footsteps, you're thinking it's footsteps, and that got to me. The only other movie that has gotten me that's literally scared me is a foreign film called Them. Definitely look it up. It's a high recommend in my eye.
But wait, I gotta know. It won't spoil anything. But the jump scare, was it Vance or was it Chicken?
Was it? I think it's the first one because it's not the little one. It's the one that it's like right at the beginning. It's the one that's right in your face.
Gotcha.
It's the one that King Howard doesn't notice.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just want. It was actually Chicken that kind of got to me because I knew it was coming, but it was still like the fact that it's a little monster and that. Like I heard that when people saw the few theatrical screenings they did of it, people would actually lift their feet up. And that's what it made me do. It's just
really?
Because it runs, basically it looks like it's running off the screen at you. And it actually just kind of made me like, it could be there on the floor. I know it's dumb, but.
Tingler.
What was that?
It's not the Tingler. It's not going to come at you.
Man, I would love to see that movie done like the way it was shown in theaters. I would love to actually.
I would, if there was a theater in Florida, and even if the ticket was $50, I would pay it just for that reenactment.
I mean, I would kind of want a doubleheader, maybe that. And what movie did William Castle do with the skeleton that flew out?
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie has a real redneck come out and yell in your face. That's a gimmick.
That's another thing. There's a William Castle collection out there. Bought it right when I moved to Florida. It has all his movies. Well, there's big hits at least. I don't know if not all of them. Mr. Sardonicus. The one I love was shit. It's a ripoff of Psycho. Oh, I can't think of it at the time I have everyone who knows it. Sorry, I have to go on a bike. But it's the William Castle collection. It's a phenomenal collection. It's got to be cheap nowadays, at least $20 because it was like 30 when I bought it. Definitely a high recommend to pick up. It has all of them. It even comes with 3D glasses for House on Haunted Hill.
Nice. I might have to try to track that down because that sounds pretty awesome.
Do.
And yeah, I don't know. Do you think that might be a good place to wrap this one up? I'm not even sure how long we've been going on, but it's probably not a bad idea to wrap this up here.
Your call, unless there's something else we need to talk about. All I can say, if we're actually done, is shoot us comments in the comments below if you have any clue if you could help me or him with the San Diego Comic-Con grabs. I mean, he knows where everything is. Funko's tight-lipped with everything. Hot Topic isn't talking to me. Nor is Barnes Noble. But if you guys know where the Jaws thing or Jason Unmasked is, if you could help me, that would be appreciated. Hopefully I wasn't this annoying as I was with Toy Fair. Granted, I was sober. And also, like I said, my friends have a gaming channel called Glory Gaming. I guest star on it every time they want to deal with my smart assness. So give us a look. Mostly Grand Theft Auto at the moment. We're a little down right now. We haven't been loading pretty much a lot of videos because we've had a lot of personal dilemmas happening in our lives. So we're a little down for the moment, but plenty of videos to watch right now, and we are trying to get more up as soon as possible.
And as always, I'm here holding a pair of pliers for some stupid reason, doing more action figure reviews.
Man.
Yes. But I've got way too much stuff. I actually meant to have a normal video up recently, but my computer decided not to read the SD card out of my camera, so bought a new adapter, so hopefully that will load up. But I'll fix it one way or another here in the next day or so. And this will hopefully tide you over. I've got a billion reviews and all that stuff Desmond just sent me. Once again, thank you, dude. I put that in a couple of different videos because, damn. But other stuff I've been picking up. I'm planning a whole week of Texas Chainsaw stuff leading up to when NECA's Ultimate Leatherface figure comes out. So you look forward to that. I still want to do a video on BattleBots. I don't know if I'm going to include that in my vlog or something else, but that's something that's recently come back on TV that I am a mega fan of, and I need to talk about that too. So, yeah, plenty of stuff coming from me, and hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. And hopefully, if you guys don't hate it, maybe we'll try this again and see how it goes. So, see you guys later.
Adios.